And oh, jammer. Oh, does it pull out of the turns? Woo! 2020 Triumph Rocket 3R in jet black. And finally, today's the day. We're gonna get to throw a leg over this thing, start it up, and take it for a little loop around Orlando here. If you want to check this out, make sure you stop by Eurocycles of Orlando. They were nice enough to let us get this video here. So let's hop aboard. I guess I'm going to get my first chance to gas it up. Kind of excited about this. I'm trying not to be breathing too loud onto everyone. No auto blipper, but still smooth shifting. We've been waiting, haven't we? Let's do it. Whoa! Wow. Whoa, that was just a little grip, little roll on. Wow. Definitely, you get a good grip with the tank, how it kind of flares up, kind of helps hold the knees, but man, you almost want something a little bit more grippy. My denim, my tobacco riding denim here is, it isn't holding tough, you know. Got a little excited there. So let's go gravel. We'll go this way. There's a spot where we can U-turn so we can get to enjoy a few more miles on this thing, but we want to put some gas in it. Now, the one thing that I would say, just because of the bike that I ride and bikes that I've ridden, I am used to a quick shift, an auto blipper, whatever you want to call it. I don't mind doing the old conventional, mechanical, whatever you want to call it, old school real rider style, where you got to take your hand off the, where you got to stop, twist the throttle and all that jazz to shift gears, like we all grew up doing, but we all don't have crank windows. Really like the riding position on the R. For me, I'm 6'1", you know, kind of a tall, lanky guy, but not a super tall, lanky guy. And this fits good. I'm not a heavy set 6'1". I'm about 180, maybe 190 with gear on, 195. And the fit right here is really nice. It's comfortable taking these turns. I'm on like an adventure bike normally, so it feels nice. Look at that nice pull away. Oh man. Whew. Here's a little twisty action. Now, this isn't gonna be a long ride, so we're not gonna get to properly warm up these Cobras and really get to test out how nice they hit these twisties. Also, the roadways in Orlando aren't necessarily legal for that. So we're limited to some of our options. A fun little loop we're going to take right now, courtesy of Eurocycles of Orlando, Triumph Motorcycles of Orlando. Now, the one thing about the weight of the bike, you really don't feel it. Whoa, that's some nice braking right there. Nice braking. That stopped quick. It wasn't like a straight panic brake, but man, the Stylema monoblock Brembo brakes out here are looking nice, feel nice, stop the bike really good. You got dual floating rotors on the front, and the Brembo Stylema monolock brake calipers, better cooling, better braking efficiency. Man, this bike is nice. Whew. I know my eyes can see more than you can see with the camera, so I apologize for that. It's oh, green. Go time. You want to race? Oh man. Woo. This thing just wants to rip. And it's comfortable. Sitting upright, taking all that wind. Didn't hurt, didn't feel bad. Now, one of the complaints that I've heard in some of the reviews was the 5-way joystick and the turn signal could get confusing. And after a little bit of time on the bike, I could see that happening. But, you know, if this is the bike you're riding all the time or often, the muscle memory is going to, you know, eventually pick up to where your equipment is, the layout on the switches. Oh man, that's new. Wow, this is a fun bike. Really comfortable ride, nice smooth. Now it's a little bit of an industrial road, so it is a bit bumpy. The Showa adjustable suspension that we have up front and in the rear is keeping this ride nice and smooth, and it's really an awesome feel. Good slope on the road, but still tracking the bike pretty good. Little 12-volt outlet up there if you need to charge your accessories. Heated vest, maybe you want to mount your cell phone on the handlebars. If you're not used to that, you want to do that, contact Eurocycles of Orlando or any of our Eurocycles locations. They can get you hooked up with a nice ram mount. But right now, wow! This is going to make my S1000 XR feel like it's the 300, a little G310. Man, this bike is fun. I don't want to take it back to the dealership, that's for sure. I wonder if this would woo! So let's see. I'm not... What mode are we in, by the way? Okay, so we were just in we were only in road there. I want to get into sport. Okay. Alright, we're in sport now. Throttle response should be different. ABS changes, traction control changes. There's 4 riding modes. There's a rain mode, there's a road mode. sport mode, which is what we're currently in, and then you got a rider mode. Now the rider mode allows a little customization as far as traction control, ABS, throttle response. You can kind of custom tailor it if you like that road kind of traction control, but you want that sport throttle response. Oh, there's a difference. There's a difference between sport and road. But you can turn that on the rider, so you can have, or you can customize that in your rider mode in the engine settings, which when I was playing around in the other video that we did, it's super easy to adjust. Pretty intuitive. I was figuring out without anyone showing me how to do it, so if I could figure it out, you can figure it out. Oh man. Gotta work better on that shifting. Without that auto flipper, it's definitely hard. You know, quick shift, you can stay on the power and it doesn't really feel like you're losing any type of loss forward. Low contrast on the gauges, kind of blacks them out. Now, if you've ridden around Orlando, whoa. If you've ridden around Orlando, you know that these roads are not necessarily smooth, and this bike rides really well. Now you're talking 2500 cc's, largest production engine on the market. You also the highest torquing bike on the market at 221 newton meters, aka 163 foot-pounds of torque on this thing, and the weight is 291 kilograms on the R. I want to say it's 294 on the GT. On the R, it's a little bit lighter, 4 kilograms, but weight-wise, it's about 691 pounds. So it's a little bit of a heavy bike, but it has the power to back it up, and it's nice and smooth. The Showa suspension is really good as far as letting the power get to the ground. The Avon Cobra chrome tires get that good hookup, plus you got the electronics. There's a new lean angle sensor with a 6-axis IMU on it. The new it has a new cornering ABS control, as well as a new traction control. I haven't gotten to use that. I mean, maybe I did with kind of twisting the throttles on some of these, but you know, at this point I would say I haven't really gotten to use that. But just the technology in the electronics that is on this Triumph Rocket 3 is really nice. It does have auto signal cancellation. You can also turn it to manual but you can also turn the auto signal to like an advanced and a basic. So there is 2 different settings that you can adjust in that user manual, and like I said, it's real easy. We're just going to beat them to the punch. Oh man. Some of the standard features on this, like we mentioned in the video so far, you have keyless ignition, keyless steering lock. You also have 4 riding modes, with one of those being adjustable. All LED lights for your turn signals, driving lights, tail lights. You also have the hill hold control, cruise control, ABS cornering, or cornering ABS, I believe is the correct term. There we go, hill hold control engage. You just squeeze that front brake and not going to go anywhere. Adjustable foot pegs. There's a 12-volt plug in there, a USB charger underneath the seat, and there's actually a little storage compartment that's nice. You can put at least an iPhone XS or an iPhone X in a life-proof case in it. Now the GT does come with heated grips, but we're not on the GT, it's the R, so the heated grips are an option. Options include a Bluetooth interface, which you can actually control your GoPro video camera right from your joystick, which makes it a lot easier and a lot safer. You're not fiddling around. You can actually get confirmation that it's recording. You're not wasting time videoing stuff and it's not actually recording. Been there. Triumph quick shift assist, or the Triumph shift assist. All options that are available for your 2020 Triumph Rocket 3. There's over 50 accessories available for the Rocket 3s, and you can contact Eurocycles of Orlando and they can get you all set up on any of your Triumph needs. And that's not just for Rocket 3 Rs, Rocket 3 GTs, that's any of the Triumph lineups. You can contact them. They have 3 locations, 2 locations of which serve Triumph, which is going to be your Orlando location and your Daytona location. You stay there, blue car. Thank you, blue car. Man, this thing does turn really, really fun. Man, oh jammer. Oh, does it pull out the turns? Woo! Braking's pretty good too.